My name is Sahira, and I'm here to teach you the beautiful art of belly dance. Howdy folks, and welcome to another installment in the video series of top 10 moves that every belly dancer must know. My name is Sahira, and today I am going to teach you one of belly dance's most quintessential movements, the undulation. As a reminder, if you enjoy this kind of video, please give it a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe at the link below so that I can send you fabulous free belly dance instructional content every single week. So let's go ahead and get on the dance floor. The undulation is a very beautiful snaky movement that's an articulation of the spine. The variation we're doing today is a top to bottom undulation or a forward undulation, and you're going to want to think about a snaky spinal movement that starts at the top and travels all the way down to the hips. So let's go ahead and look at the 4 isolations that you need in order to create this movement effectively. Those isolations are a chest lift, where we're thinking about lifting the chest by squeezing in the center of the back, not necessarily with the shoulder blades, but using the muscles on either side of the spine to lift that chest. You can also imagine opening up in the solar plexus here to lift the chest up towards the sky. I like to imagine that if this were my skeleton, right? I imagine the skeleton in like my 9th grade biology classroom that had the rib cage and the spine back here. The rib cage is opening up and the ribs are sort of splaying open a bit, but the spine itself does not move. So while we call it a chest lift, it's not vertically like this, like in an elevator. It's sort of like the movement your chest makes if you take a nice deep breath, but we're not tying our breath to it, right? So this is our chest lift. I want you to be sure that the hips are not moving, nothing's happening, pelvis is nice and engaged, tailbone is long, knees are slightly bent, and you're breathing as normally as possible. Don't forget to breathe. It's very important. All right, so you're lifting and dropping. So the second movement you'll need is the chest drop. There's kind of 2 ways to do this, and I'm going to give you sort of the easier version and the more muscular version. You can think of the chest drop as simply just a relaxation of your lift. So you're taking that lift, that engagement here in the center of the back, that engagement in the upper abdominals, and just relaxing it, and the chest will come back down to neutral. But if you would like a stronger movement and a little bit more bang for your buck, you can think about engaging in your upper abdominals to actually pull the rib cage in, sort of knitting those rib bones together, right? So now I'm thinking center back, upper abdominals. So you're engaging on both ends of the movement. Instead of creating a passive drop, you're creating an active drop. So you have your chest lift, your chest drop in whatever manner you would like to do it. And now we have the pelvic tuck and the pelvic release. These tend to be the more challenging pieces of the movement. Knees have to be soft. To tuck the pelvis, I want you to imagine folding yourself in half a couple of inches beneath the belly button. I'm thinking about engaging in my pelvic muscles or kind of scooping my hips underneath me. I like to think of creating this movement from the front of my body and not by squeezing my glutes together. You can make the movement happen by like clenching your butt cheeks. That's not the look we're going for. You want to remain relaxed, yeah? So I'm thinking about engaging here in the front of the body to bring the pelvis underneath me as though it were a bowl scooping upwards, right? Knees have to be soft for this to feel comfortable and for you to feel nice and balanced as you do it. So knees are bent, pelvis is tucking, and then the final movement we need is the release. Kind of the same thing here as the release with the chest. You can create that pelvic release by simply just relaxing the muscles in the lower abdominals, right? Taking that contraction, relaxing that and allowing the hips to go back a little bit past neutral to release. Or you could also take it a little step further and imagine using the muscles along the spine near the lower back and engaging a little bit to pull the hips behind you. No matter how you choose to do this, I'd like to encourage you to be gentle when you move to the lower body and move to the back release, because you really have a lot of flexibility here, but we don't want to compress our lower spine too much. So I want you to think about it being a nice gentle release and not the biggest release that you can create, right? Now you have your 4 pieces. So we have our chest lift, chest drop, pelvic tuck, pelvic release, right? Those are the order that we're going to do it in. So we're thinking up with the chest, then down with the chest. The sticky wicket is right here. We're down with the chest. Be sure you haven't done anything with the hips yet, because now you need to tuck in and release. The body naturally wants to tuck in with the lower pelvis as you tuck in with the chest. Try not to do that, because then it doesn't give you anywhere to go when it's time to do the pelvic tuck. So chest lift, chest drop, nothing with the pelvis yet. Now pelvic tuck, Knees are bent and release. Chest lift, chest drop, bend the knees, pelvic tuck, release. As you come back to the lift, straighten the knees, but never lock them. They're never completely straight. They're always slightly micro bent, and release. Straighten as you lift to make that lift even bigger. Drop, tuck, release. Let's do that one more time. Up, down. Are you breathing? Tuck, and release. Those are the 4 pieces that you need to create this undulation. Now, when we think of them as 4 individual dots that we're connecting with lines, it creates the feel of the move, but not the snakiness of the move. So now as we start to drill it, I'm going to encourage you to think about each contraction as not being sort of a specific point in space, but being an elastic band, right? That contracts and releases and releases. And this is where things will start to get really gooey. Yeah, so let's try a couple here with me facing the mirror, and then we'll go ahead and dance it to music. So finding your home posture, feet are parallel, knees and toes are in alignment, spine is nice and long, pelvis is underneath you, shoulders are rolled back and down, chest is lifted. We're thinking up, then down, then tuck, then release. Up, down, 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 down. Tuck, 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 release. Let it all be really gooey, like a rubber band contracting instead of hard and sharp, right? To create the maximum snakiness in this movement. Tuck and release. Let's try it a couple more times. Lift, drop, tuck, release, lift. Don't forget to breathe. Drop, tuck. Try it a little bit faster a few times. Here we go. Lift, drop, tuck, release. Lift, drop, tuck, release. Make sure you're moving through all 4 of those movements and they're happening separately from one another. Shoulders stay rolled back and down and you remain a nice lifted vertical line. Beam of light coming out of the head. Watch out for it going really far back in the hips. Watch out for you leaning forward or back in any way. You start in alignment, shoulders to heels. You end in alignment, shoulder to heel, but perhaps a couple of inches shorter. Yeah, one more here. Up, down, tuck, release. Nicely done. So let's go ahead and take that now. We're going to set it to music and we're going to dance it. We'll take it slow, we'll take it fast. I may change the angling or the footing that we're using as we do it, our stance, and we'll add some arms. So you can take this movement and start to feel like what it would be like to dance with it. I invite you to explore and play. Take it to your level of challenge. You can leave off any of the layering concepts that I put on top of it, or you can add your own so that you can really enjoy and find your creativity in the dance. So let's go ahead and do it with music. All right, let's take a nice deep breath up. We'll start nice and slow. Here we go. It's 5, 6, 7, 8, lift for 2, drop for 2, tuck, and release. One more time again, really slow. Lift, drop. Don't speed through this. I'm going to make you do it slow one more time. Slow is important. This ensures that you're using the muscles to create the movement and not using momentum. Beautiful. Now we'll speed it up. Up, down, tuck, release. Bending those knees as you come low in the body. Straightening them again as you lift. Good. Let's speed it up again. Here we go. Good. Let's do one more. Let's take it over here and let's stand on one leg. Let's try it here. Up, down, tuck, release. A little bit more challenging because all your weight is on one leg. You still need to bend that knee, right? Don't lock the knee just because your leg gets tired. You need to keep bending here to create the movement effectively. Yeah, let's bring the arms up. How about bringing them down? Let's try that one more time. Nice, keep breathing and take it down. Good, let's try another variation. Let's step onto the left foot, then the right foot. Slight little angle, you're just changing which foot you're standing on and letting that foot be slightly angled to 11 o'clock, to 1 o'clock. Good, let's hold it here. Let's do the same thing right here, that up, down, tuck, release. Our undulation here, all our weight on the left. Right leg is extended, knee is pointing towards the front. You're breathing. Extra credit points if you're smiling. Good, let's take the arms up. Let's take them down. Let's try the arms a little bit slower and bigger. Good, let's take them back down. Nice, let's take it back to center to finish it out. Up, down, tuck, release. Let's bring the arms up. Nicely done. Did you enjoy that movement? I certainly did. This is such a beautiful snaky movement. It is a quintessential, iconic, foundational movement in belly dance. If you enjoyed that, how it felt to dance it, the expression that you can create using it, I invite you to join me for my free 7-day beginner belly dance jumpstart. This is a 7-day program that will bring short and sweet practices to your inbox every day to get you moving in a more creative, healthy, and joyful way. You can join me there today for free at sahirabellydances.com/jumpstart, and I look forward to sharing the dance floor with you very soon.